Hello friends, welcome to Caltex Academy. Today we are looking at miscellaneous questions here after doing product rule and quotient rule. So these questions are meant to strengthen your knowledge in product rule and quotient rule. In case you are new, you have not watched part 1 and 2, that is the product rule series and the quotient rule series, I have made some link here in the right hand corner of this video. Check it out before you continue this video. And if you're a continuing person here, please go ahead and get a piece of paper together with a pen and try out these numbers before you continue watching this, and then we proceed. So without wasting time, let's dive in and we'll start with our solution. Now for number 1, we have y equals to x plus 3 square and then under root of into 2x square plus 1. Then we can go ahead and let u to be equals to the first bracket, and that is x plus 3 square, and then v is our second bracket, and that is into 2x square plus 1. And then the square root sign can be written in terms of a power, so this is 1/2. Now we can go ahead and differentiate u with respect to x such that du by dx can be equals to multiplying it by the power, then reduce the power by 1, and you multiply by the derivative of the inside function. Remember, this is chain rule, so that is just simply 1, and when you multiply it, it's just the same thing. So that is a derivative. Then we move to the next one. Differentiating v with respect to x will give us multiplying by the power 1/2, and then maintaining the bracket plus 1 less power. Reducing this 1/2 by 1, we get negative 1/2, and then we multiply by the derivative of the inside bracket, and that is 4x, and we can move on to reduce these 2 to 1, then 4 by 2 making 2. Rewriting the remaining terms, we obtain dv by dx as we can rewrite this starting with 2x, and then followed by in bracket 2x square plus 1 raised to power negative 1/2. So it is good to make this negative 1/2 to be positive by taking it to the denominator. Now the numerator will contain 2x, and then the denominator is going to be this component, and we can also move on to give this 1/2 as positive from denominator to be a root sign, just like what we did with here when we're transforming it from the root sign to a power. So we can go ahead and do that right now. So here we have into bracket 2x square plus 1, and that is the derivative of this part containing v. So we can go on and put it in our formula of product rule, where we have dy by dx given by v du by dx plus u dv by dx, where our v is this component, and we can write it back in terms of the square root sign. Now here we will have under root of into 2x square plus 1, and this one is going to multiply x, and u by dx is 2 into x plus 3. And then we bring this addition sign down and we have u, which is x plus 3 raised to power 2 multiplying dv by dx, which happens to be 2x under a root of of 2x squared plus 1. Now here we can rewrite such that this number comes before this bracket, and then also this number comes out. Now let's scroll to the next page. dy by dx should be equals to, this time we're starting with 2 into x plus 3, then we multiply this by our root sign, and inside here we have 2x squared plus 1. And then we have our addition sign, and we have 2x multiplying x plus 3 raised to power 2, and the whole of this one is over under root of x squared plus 1. So here we notice this first number here can be written in terms of denominator 1, and we can get LCM of 1 and under root of 2x squared plus 1. So this one brings to the next step, where we have our dy by dx that can be given by drawing a division sign here and putting in our denominator, which this time is our LCM. So the LCM here is 2x squared plus 1. Now when you divide this by 1, you get the same number here multiplying by the numerator, and we are lucky that the same numerator is having the same number with this LCM. So multiplying numbers, same numbers under root, will just give us that number itself. So here we'll have 2 into x plus 3 into 2x squared plus 1. Then we bring our addition sign here. Now this LCM dividing this denominator will go to 1, multiplying by that, remaining the same thing, 2x into x plus 3, and this bracket is also squared. Now when we study carefully the numerator, you realize that we have some terms which are common, and that is this term here with the x plus 3 is common with the next term here, and then 2 is also common. So you can pull out those common factors, because the question is asking us to simplify our work. Now we have 2 is pulled out, and the common number, which is x plus 3. So we have pulled out this one, and this is not common, this is specific for this first term here. Now we can create another bracket and write what is remaining here, that is 2x squared plus 1, and then plus, on this side the remaining quantity is x, and one of this bracket, that is x, plus 3 because the other one is out here. Meanwhile, when you multiply all of them, it must bring us this. Then here we are done with factorization, so the terms in a square bracket can again be simplified again to come up with one bracket here. So the denominator still remain, and that is 2x square plus 1. Now let's do it again for the last time, and dy by dx should now be equals to, we'll write the first number here, that is x plus 3 multiplying these two, and then here we can write a normal bracket because we're going to open up this bracket, and we have here 2x square plus 1, then x times x, we get x square. So we have here x square, then x times 3, we still get 3x, and close our bracket. We still have one step to go because we have leading terms of x to the power of 2 in two sides, so it's better when we write it once. And from here we can finish our denominator, that is 2x square plus 1. Now this 2x square plus x square can sum up to 3x square, then plus 3x plus 1. So we can move up here to get our last answer done. So dy by dx equals to, so we have here 2 into x plus 3 into 3x square plus this 3x, and then plus 1. And we're done with that. We also divide it by the denominator, which happens to be still the same quantity down here. So inside this we have 2x square plus 1, and this is the result of differentiating our first part here. If you have tried before and you've got something similar to this, give yourself a thumbs up and thank you for that trial. Now let's move on to the next number, and that is number 2. Question 2 says y is given by 1 minus 5x, we divided by 3x plus 2. So this is quotient rule because we are dividing. So here we have u is equals to the numerator 1 minus 5x, and v is equals to the denominator, and that is 3x plus 2. Then differentiating v with respect to x and then u with respect to x, starting with u. So we have here the u by dx equals to negative 5, since constant will go to 0. Now dv by dx should be giving us 3, as also this constant 2 goes to 0. Then we can quote our formula here, that is quotient rule. It says dy by dx are given by v multiplies by du by dx minus u multiplies by dv by dx, and the whole thing becomes, our denominator should be v squared. Now putting in what we know, v du dx and dx, dv by dx, to obtain the derivative. Our v is having 3x plus 2 inside bracket, and then we are multiplying it by du by dx. So du by dx is just a constant number here, -5, and then we subtract away u, and u is having 1 minus 5x, and this multiplies dv by dx. So dv by dx is just 3, so we're multiplying by 3, and we divide by the denominator, and we know our denominator is v squared. So the value of v, we repeat it down here to be 3x plus 2, and this time we square it because the formula says so. So let's simplify the numerator, where we have dy by dx equals to, now when we multiply -5 by 3x, we get -15x, and then -5 times +2, we get -10. So here 3 times 1, that is 3, then we are opening up by this negative, so I'll have here -3, and then 3 times -5x, we get -15x, times the negative here, we get +15 also. Now we can divide it by our denominator, which is still 3x plus 2 square. Now, okay, there was something missing here, that was x. So we notice that 15x positive and 15x negative will simply vanish by cancelling them off. Then we can rewrite the remaining one here again. -10 and -3 will add into one number. So let's also do the same. Our last answer, we can give it here as dy by dx should be given by -13 all over into 3x plus 2 square, and that is our result of differentiating this function here. Our last number is given by y equals to, in bracket, 6x plus 5 raised to power 2, and we are dividing it by 2x minus 3 raised to power 3. So we do the same way like question number 2, where u is the numerator, and that is 6x plus 5 raised to the power of 2. Then v is the denominator, and we have 2x minus 3 raised to power 3. So we differentiate u with respect to x, which is 2 times 6 in bracket x plus 5, and then the power, we drop it by 1, so here this is going to be power 1, and this power 1 is just itself, times the derivative of the inside bracket, so the derivative of 6x here is 6, and then we can simplify this. So we have du by dx equals 12 into 6x plus 5. Then we can move to the next term, and that is dv by dx is given by, we also multiply by the power, and that is 3 in bracket multiplied by 2x minus 3, and we drop this power by 1, so we have 2. Then we multiply by the derivative of the inside bracket term, and that is 2. So we can multiply 2 and 3 to combine it together. Therefore dv by dx should be equals to 6 into 2x minus 3 raised power 2. And then let's combine them all together using also quotient rule. So dy by dx, by this time I expect you to be able to maintain the formula in your head and just apply. So starting with the v, our v is 2x minus 3 raised power 3 multiplies by the u by dx, and our du by dx is 12 into 6x plus 5. Close that bracket, we subtract away u, and u value is 6 x plus 5 raised power 2. And then we're multiplying it by dv by dx, and that is 6 into 2x minus 3, and this is square. So this one forms our numerator. We'll divide by the denominator, and we know that the denominator is v square. So we plug in the value of v, which is 2x minus 3 raised power 3, and again is squared because what is inside the bracket is only v. So v is squared, and we have that. Now let's rearrange such that these numbers comes before. So doing this, we have our dy by dx is given by, now we can start with this term because it has the lowest power here, and we have 12 into 6x plus 5 multiplies the second number with the highest power of 3 is 2x minus 3 raised power of also 3. Then we bring in our negative sign here. Now this time, since the powers are the same, we can just start from here. So simply we just get 6 in front here, then we write this 6x plus 5 square, and we also multiply by 2x minus 3 also square. Then the whole thing is divided by our denominator, and this time the denominator is to be simplified, because if you have a number, say a, and then this number is raised to a power v, then again the whole of these two things are raised to another power c. In indices, this is equivalent to power a, then we multiply the powers b times c, which in final you will have b, c. So applying the same techniques here, in the denominator we will have a number 2x minus 3 representing our a, b will represent our 3, and then c representing 2. So here we just multiply b and c, meaning we are multiplying 3 and 2. So the denominator simplifies to 2x minus 3 raised power 6. Now as we study the numerator here, we see that some terms which are common. Let's start with number 12 and 6. So 6 is common in 12 and 6. Then we come here, 6x plus 5 is common with also 6x plus 5, so we can pull one of it out. And then here 2x minus 3 raised to the power 3 is also common with 2x minus 3 raised to the power 2. So with all this said, all those three terms that are common can be figured out by taking them away. We have our dy by dx should be equivalent to, now we can see that 6 was common, and then 6x plus 5 was also common, and 2x minus 3 raised to the power 2, because there were two of them, one was raised to the power 2, the other one was raised to the power 3. And then we can write the remaining terms. So the first term from our expression up there would be 2, so that if you multiply 2 and 6 you get back our 12. And then the next term will be 2x minus 3. Then the next one, of course in the middle there we have subtraction sign, so the next one is going to be 6x plus 5. Then we can close up this bracket and we divide the whole thing by our denominator, which denominator is raised to the power 6. So here we have our 2x minus 3 raised to the power 6. Now, before we simplify this bracket, we can also notice here that this quantity 2x minus 3 is down here, and we have 2, here we have 6. So since we are multiplying three numbers, in fact 4, this number and this first bracket, second bracket together with this square bracket, we can go ahead and cancel this. So here we have this quantity will reduce the denominator here by 2, making 4. So meaning at the denominator we have 2x minus 3 raised to the power 4, because the other 2 will have cancelled with the part in the numerator. So let's rewrite the remaining one and simplifying also the numerator, and then we get dy by dx given by, so the remaining term here is 6 into 6x plus 5. Then now we can still maintain this bracket because we first need to open this bracket up. So 2 times 2x we get 4x, and then 2 times negative 3 we get negative 6, and then negative 1 times 6x we get negative 6x, and then negative times negative 1 times positive 5 we get negative 5, and we rewrite the remaining term from the denominator after reducing it with one of that term in the numerator. So this time we will be having the denominator raised to the power of 4. Therefore 2x minus 3 is now raised to the power 4. Now simplifying these terms inside the second square bracket, we will have our dy by dx equivalent to 6 into 6x plus 5, and then we close the bracket, open the new bracket. So 4x minus 6x we get minus 2x, and negative 6 and negative 5 make negative 11, and we can decide to take this negative out here. So let's write one more step, but we do that after writing our denominator. So here we divide by the denominator, which is 2x minus 3 to the power of 4. So rewriting this, finally our dy by dx would be equals to negative 6 into 6x plus 5 into also, now here we'll have positive 2x plus 11, simply because we have put out the negative here to multiply this number, and we can rewrite our denominator back here. So our denominator is still 2x minus 3 raised to power 4. And that is the derivative of the third part of this question. So thank you for watching up to this time. Stay tuned to the next discussion as we still continue with differentiation, and the next time we meet we shall be coming up with implicit differentiation. So stay there, meet again that time. Ciao.